Jesus Christ. Gotta eat this slop again? What? Oh, hello there, good people. Uh, I'm the CEO of McDonald's, trying the new burger product, the Big Arch. Yes, we're gonna do a review of it and show you how delicioso it is. Mmm. Two burger patties with looks like Swiss cheese. I guess it's okay. I don't know. Probably looks terrible on camera, but oh well. Let's try it. Mmm. Very good. The bun is harder than the meat. Man, they scorched it. Of all the burger products that I've tried from McDonald's, this has got to be the most blandest sandwich I've ever had. Devoid of taste. Well, I could go my entire life without ever having eaten this burger ever again, and I'll die a happy man. This, I mean, you might as well just eat a Big Mac. This is less than mediocre. Well, thank fuck Culver's is still a thing because Wendy's is still a thing. It well, Burger King maybe. I don't know. They're okayish. I do like their flame broiled meat, but the meat consistency is almost on par with McDonald's. I don't know, people. I mean, ugh. I mean, if you like that sort of thing, this is right up your alley. But this is just tasteless, bland food product. It's food product. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not McLovin' this one. I mean, the only thing I can really eat at McDonald's is their steak, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich for breakfast. And McGriddles are okay. But other than that, it's just a waste. It's a waste. I think the only thing that made this thing relevant was their CEO's horrid taste testing of it. I can see, if I were a CEO of McDonald's, I'd demand that kind of money too, because I would never want to step foot in a McDonald's again. I would be eating gourmet Gordon Ramsay style shit. This garbage, it's not food. I mean, it's just the only thing that really jumps out at me is the taste of onion, which I love. I love onions, but come on, give me some flavor. Give me some seasonings. Give me some anything. This is not it, folks. Yeah. You enjoy, but never again. Hashtag never again.
Oh, hey, everybody, have you heard the news? I'm coming to your town, and I got the blues. If you want rhythm, rhythm up no more. I'm gonna try to get you out of your chair, just dancing, that's the goal. I'll break it down now.
Yeah, that music makes up for the nasty burger rating.
With that stroller there, I got you on my mind. I love your new hair. I wanna see us push that baby. I wanna see you move. You got that funky guitar backbeat in it. Bit Bubba gonna match the groove there.
And good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on what part of the globe you're on and what time zone you are in. Today's show brought to you by Old Smoky Tennessee Cinnamon Whiskey. And I am your host, Skeptically Speaking.
And I'm Sweet Pea from across the pond.
And we welcome you. I'm going to do a taste test of this. See if it's better than Fireball. Now, I know some of you whiskey purists will say anything's better than Fireball, but you know,
Fireball's not that bad.
No, it's actually not. I think people hate it unnecessarily.
I think they have two uniquely different tastes and are each nice in their own subtle ways, and I don't think people should be comparing them.
Ooh. I don't know. I really don't know. I think this is a little bit more I can't speak. Cinnamon-y. Cinnamony. Yeah. It's you could feel the heat going down. That's good stuff. This is so if you like old Angry Orchard fruit beers, apple, this is a good addition. Put a shot of this in a Angry Orchard beer. That is an awesome pairing. Or if you're doing apple cider, put a shot of this in your apple cider. Ooh, that's some good stuff. I really can't tell. It's been a while since I've had Fireball, and when I had it, I was mixing it with the thing, so I can't remember how close they are. But this is its own.
So
This is not affiliated with any major Jim Beam or what's the other one? I just
Jack
said
Daniels.
it. Jack Daniels. Yeah, so this is not affiliated with either one. So this is a handcrafted cinnamon whiskey.
So both
nice.
Both of them come from Tennessee, but like I said, they're both distinctly, uniquely different from each other. Where Fireball has a stronger kick to it on the initiate sort of taste buds, that one you're drinking has a smoother, more complex, slower sort of kick into it, where it's smoother, it tastes sweeter, it has more of a cinnamon
Yeah,
flavor.
I have to agree.
Fireball is more strong at that first initiate taste of it, because when you first try Fireball, it's like it's literally trying to flay your taste buds off because of how strong the initial taste is. That is much more smoother in its effects, and
Yeah.
true to what whiskey is supposed to be,
Yeah,
it
this is
warms you internally after you've drunk it.
this is
Where
70
Fireball,
proof, 70 proof,
mm,
35% alcohol.
mm,
So
and where Fireball
it's a
makes your
little
whole
bit,
throat feel like it's on fire.
yeah. So when I drink Elijah Craig bourbon, that's usually 40 to 45 proof. So this is a little bit lower than that, which, I mean, you don't really need it any stronger than that. So I'm just going to mix it with a ginger ale.
Yeah, I think they're both uniquely different, and for different functions
Not bad.
that you go into, each one serves its unique purpose for that. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I like both.
Maybe a little bit more. A little bit more from a cold. Well, anyway, good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on what part of the globe you're on, what time zone you are in. Thank you so much for joining us on an auspicious day. If you want more independent media in your life, please consider supporting the show. You can do that via Cash App, Venmo, or Patreon. Links will be down in the description. And we would love to do this full time instead of part time. Please consider adding us to your independent media family or diet. Looks like you found us on YouTube, but you can also find us on TikTok, Blue Sky, Discord, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Kick, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, Substack, and more recently, Upscroll, also known as Up Yours TikTok. And take it away, Navy, Escort, and rising prices. Boy, when I came up with this concept of a show, the prices were not near what they are today. I mean, it's hitting gas, it's hitting diesel, it's hitting everybody's getting equally angry. And you know what? Good. Good. I hope they go all the way to $6 a gallon. I really do. And for the truckers, I hope it goes all the way to 8. Maybe then, when it doubles, maybe then we'll realize, oh shit, maybe voting for the Joker wasn't the best thing for Gotham.
I'm
Maybe a
going to
clown
be a
car.
bitch.
What's that?
I'm going to be a bitch. I don't just hope it jumps up 6%. I hope it jumps up 53% like it has here in the UK.
Damn it.
I'm sorry if that is being a bitch, but yes,
Yeah,
I
that's a
really
little
hope it
bitchy.
jumps to 53%. I'm sorry. It
No,
was
don't be.
30 and now it's 53. It is, I'm disgusted for words. So I hope for all the red states it jumps up to 53%. They
And
voted for it. They
because
deserve it.
because of Israel and the United States action attacking a sovereign nation, attacking Iran without provocation, let's be so for real. Iran was not threatening us. We had already bombed their nuclear facility. So from whence came this danger, right? Let's be so for real.
Obliterated. That is what Trump used. Obliterated, I believe Trump used a year ago. We
Yeah, he said
obliterated.
obliterated. He used those
He did
words.
say obliterated. He did.
So, fuck these people. If you're still supporting Donald Trump, you're supporting pedophilia, you're supporting a pedophile, you're supporting a rapist, and you're supporting the destruction of the US petrodollar. Oh, they haven't made the connection yet because this story gets juicier and juicier. It now
Are they
having picked this topic, more information has come out. Now Iran is saying anybody is able to get their oil through the Strait of Hormuz except for the United States and their allies. Yeah, everyone else can get their oil. China, you can have your oil. The US, no. Israel, no. Anybody that is participating in these terrorist actions. Don't forget, we bombed a school. We killed over 160 people, mostly children. So, yeah, I don't want to hear any shit from the Trump fluffers that, oh, well, this, that, and the third. You know what? I don't want to hear from you. You are what's wrong with this country. So, fuck off. Anywho. But yeah, that's that's it in a nutshell. We have people who think, and also, we will have some good news. We won't just be talking about all of the terrible shit that's going on in the world. But words of wisdom. Words of wisdom.
Burn every motherfucker on the Epstein list. Republican or Democrat, I don't give a shit. You can bet your bottom dollar they will not be missed. Burn every motherfucker that's on the Epstein list. Hey!
Yeah, including the people that participated in the rape of Virginia Roberts Guffrey. Wrote her memoir about how she was seduced and groomed and brought in to the Jeffrey Epstein via Trump Mar-a-Lago Hotel and Resort. Yeah, Donald Trump likes him on the younger side as well. And if you see a picture, an unedited picture of Virginia, it's like, oh, that's why he's so kissy on his daughter, Ivanka Trump. I've seen him kiss his daughter Ivanka deeper than he kisses his own wife. Yeah, no kidding. Need to wash that taste out of my mouth. Have some more.
There is not enough bleach in the world to expunge that image from my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if she wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her. Said that on television. And none of his
that's
supporters...
not the only thing he said.
Oh, yeah. None of his supporters thought it creepy either. This is why we're fighting Iran. This is why we're fighting in Iran. We're trying to cover up for this.
None of his supporters said nothing either when he said that Tiffany's got nice legs like her mother, and it remains to be seen if her boobs are as nice as her mother's when she grows up. He said that on television too.
I know he did, and I barely remember that. Ugh. It's like it's no longer, and see, this is the scary thing. It's no longer shocking whenever we hear of just depravity and disgusting ickiness. It's no longer shocking anymore. It's like, what?
No, because Trump and his supporters are saying the most outrageous things to groom us into
Yeah.
thinking
Oh yeah.
that what they're saying is normal and not shocking anymore. And they think the more things that they can say to shock us, over time, it becomes less shocking.
Yeah,
So they're
Steve Bannon.
trying.
Yeah, that's the Steve Bannon playbook. Flood the zone with shit.
Yeah.
No truer words ever spoken. I tell you what. And this is why we're in a I'm telling you what, the world is positioning itself if most of the world moves away from US dollars, we are fucked as a country.
I think
mean,
Trump said somewhere along the line about changing dollars into pure currency. So everything is run by cryptocurrency. So there's no need for like dollars. I hope he doesn't do that because cryptocurrency is not reliable. It is a pyramid scheme for the rich to get even richer, leaving the poor even poorer. So I
yeah,
hope
it's like
people
the
don't go
tulip.
for that.
Yeah, it's like the Belgian tulip or Holland Dutch tulip bulb mania. The whole stock market being controlled by tulip bulbs. It's like, yeah, it's pretty much it. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, and I want to play this song because I can.
She's
Yes.
a bird-legged hoe. Kristen Nome is a bird-legged hoe. She's a bird-legged hoe. Kristen Nome is a bird-legged hoe. Thought you should know. Kristen Nome is a bird-legged hoe. The border racist. ICE is a terrorist organization. Bird-legged hoe. Kristen Nome is a bird-legged hoe. She's a bird-legged hoe. Kristen Nome is a bird-legged hoe. I should know. Kristen Nome is a bird-legged hoe. I'm a band named Buckeyes.
Yes.
Do you want to know an interesting fact?
Please. Interesting fact me away.
Right. So you know that each country has got an economy and are owing another country because their money that they owe a country is propping up their economy, which is run through stock markets. So the stock markets are essentially sort of fluid money that another country has pumped in to keep that country's economy going. Now, if everything changes over to cryptocurrency, all that fluid sort of currency that is holding the economy up, that country doesn't own because it belongs to another country that they've put there to help keep the stock markets going. If cryptocurrency comes in and destroys that, not only is that country's sort of economy going to fold in on itself, but so is the other country that has put money into keeping their stock markets flowing. It is going to be a domino effect.
Yeah,
like a house of cards.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yep, exactly. No, it's a scary thought of how fragile
it is.
This house of bullshit is held. I mean, it is held together by a wish and bullshit.
It is. Like, let's take the UK for example, right? So the UK is propping up the American economy with $88 billion through stock markets, right?
Well, if treasury bonds, they holding our debt.
Yeah, treasury bonds.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So if cryptocurrency replaces the dollar, that folds in on itself, creating a domino effect that is going to affect the UK economy, because then we have lost that $88 billion that is circling around in the stock markets, keeping each other afloat, that's going to fold in. And like a house of cards, it's all going to come down, and then it's going to affect every single country that have got money invested in propping other countries up in the stock markets. That's why it's bad the Dow goes down, because every country loses out when the Dow goes down, because every country is propped up with money borrowed from another country to keep the economy afloat. Does that make sense to you?
It does and it doesn't. It's like, oh my God. So China is moving in. They are trying to horn in on the US and because of that, Iran is like, you know what? We'll just have Iran, Russia, and China, and we'll just go it ourselves, and we'll put everything in Chinese yen.
Oh, that is bad. Don't get me wrong. There is a lot about the stock market that I don't understand, but I understand the bare minimum to know that
it's enough to be petrified.
Yeah. If you mess with the house of cards and one card falls, they all fall. I know that. Which has surprised me considering how much money Republicans invest in things that they don't understand these things better.
Yep. Let's go ahead and get into these articles. No. This is tangential because as the Iran war, U.S. Navy will escort oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz when militarily possible. Bessent tells Sky News. Yeah, this was March 12th. So this is like 10 days ago. What's the date? Yeah, this is 9 days ago. Yeah, it still isn't happening. The U.S. Navy is not escorting tankers as of yet. So you've got tankers that are just circling. They can't get through the strait because they're afraid of getting bombed. Now, the ones that are getting through are mainly, it's gotten so bad, the tankers are literally identifying themselves as Chinese oil tankers just to avoid getting shelled by Iran. Yeah, I'm not going to read all that. Let's skip on down. The U.S. Navy will begin escorting ships the Strait of Hormuz as soon as it's possible, said Scott Bessent to Sky News. Yeah, well, when is it ever militarily possible? Because you got to think about this. How fast does a Navy cruiser or even an aircraft carrier? They can move much faster than an oil tanker. So in order for these ships to be an escort, they can only go as fast as the oil tanker, correct? Right? So they're literally sitting ducks, waiting to be shelled by Iran. Oh my God. My belief is, as soon as it is military possible, the U.S. Navy and perhaps international coalition will be escorting vessels through. Nobody has come. NATO countries are not responding to the U.S. Remember what Trump said? Hey, we need everybody to come to our aid, help us. And then he says later, oh, we don't need anybody. We can do it ourselves. And everyone else is like, yeah, okay, sure. You go ahead and do that. Bessent's comments came just as the Strait of Hormuz has been effectively closed to shipping because of the war against Iran by the U.S. and Israel that began February 28th. The strait is the world's most sensitive choke point for oil tankers, and its closure has caused crude oil prices to spike. Unbelievable. So the Energy Secretary, Chris Wright, says, it'll happen relatively soon, but it can't happen now. We're simply not ready. All of our military assets right now are focused on destroying Iran's offensive capabilities and the manufacturing industry that supplies their offensive capabilities. We have sanctioned Iran to the point where they are literally self-sustaining. Iran is literally self-sustaining. They've had to prop their own economy, their own country up. They've got their own steel, they've got their own oil, they've got their own, you name it. They've had to do it all themselves because we decided to limit trade with Iran. And we did the same thing to Cuba. That's a whole nother maggot.
Oh, that is, dude, Trump is still claiming that he could take Cuba if he wanted to.
Yeah.
It is nasty.
We're being bullies. We started bombing fishing boats, speedboats, and then we moved right on to Cuba and decided we're going to starve them. We're going to starve the people of Cuba by not letting any oil into their country. Their entire island is run on oil. They can you imagine if they were allowed to use water power, hydro, electric plants, or solar, but we have restricted trade to Cuba to the point where they've maintained not quite third world status, but it's been second world. Their infrastructure, their homes are so ancient. It's like looking into the 50s. It's like looking at, houses in the 50s.
Do you know, that
simple.
would be really...
And the reason for that is because we have choked off Cuba. We've made it almost impossible.
It would be a really good idea if Cuba was able to put a hydroelectric power plant in place to make them more self-sufficient. Maybe put up some wind turbines as well so they can create their own electricity.
And they could
can
have
do that with
all
a hydroelectric power plant as well.
They could have all the things.
Yes, they could, yeah.
So sad. And we started doing that back in the 60s because we were upset that the Cuban people chose communism. And they take care of their people down there. They take care of their people, and they've got it to they were at a point where they were their medical infrastructure was top notch. Their doctors, they would literally send doctors around the world as kind of a goodwill outreach, and we fucked it all up. We have taken Cuba and put it on its knees, all because we're a bunch of fucking greedy assholes. President Donald Trump on Wednesday said he believed that the CEOs of major oil companies should send tankers through the narrow strait. Yeah, who cares? Don't worry if you're going to get bombed. Just go. Because it's with your hesitation, it's hurting our economy. And no one's moving. They're like, fuck you, buddy. It ain't worth our life. Moving on. This is the UK Independent. Relentless attacks on tankers in the Persian Gulf has caused oil prices to skyrocket above $100 a barrel. What is the price of an oil barrel right now? Could you look that up? It's got to be 117. It's got to be almost 120 if it isn't already.
Yeah. Hang on. I will go and have a look now. Do you need me to mute while I look? Prices of oil barrels.
Yeah, if you want, you could just keep your mic open so you can just jump in. There are, in fact, tankers coming through now. Iranian tankers. I believe some Chinese flag tankers have come through. So we know that they have not mined the straits. The U.S. Institute of the
All
Study
right.
of War. Go ahead.
So price per barrel is $112.
Oh, I thought it was going to be more than that. Right now? That's the current price?
Yeah, right now. As of March 20th, 2026, oil prices are elevated due to geopolitical tension.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's doing a lot of heavy lifting, but okay. Tension? Really?
$112 per barrel, and West Texas Intermediate around $98 per barrel.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot higher than that. Not that I want it any higher than that, but still.
Yeah.
So the U.S. Institute for the Study of War estimated on Wednesday that 10 mines had been laid, further complicating the blockade. Though President Donald Trump said earlier that ships should transit through the strait. Yeah, who cares about mines, right? Don't worry about it. Just go. You'll be okay. About 1/5 of the world's oil, well, we've read that before. Iran claimed it will let ships pass through the Strait of Hormuz if they coordinate with the Iranian Navy. Oh. That's interesting. Can you imagine a U.S. tanker getting on the comms and saying, Iranian Navy, are you out there? Hi, this is oil tanker Buford 377 requesting permission to go through the strait. Yeah, sure. Sure, you can go through. We will send you an escort, a drone escort. It's like, hey, we brought it on ourselves. You know, we caused this. So if you're getting upset about the price of oil, the price of gas, this is what voting for a clown car posse or not voting at all. This is the price you pay. We cannot return to conditions before February 28th, as we have understood how important the safety of the Strait of Hormuz is, and so did others. This is Iran's foreign ministry spokesman, Esmail Baghai. Yeah, the foreign ministry, that guy, he's like, they asked him, they're like, what happens? What will happen if the United States puts troops on the ground? And then he goes, we're waiting for them. We are waiting for them. It's like, oh shit. Now is not the time to be joining the U.S. Armed Forces, I'll tell you what. On Thursday, oil prices rose despite a global agreement to release a record of 400 million barrels of reserves. Brent crude rose another 4%, $96 a barrel in the morning. Oh yeah, that's old news now. Holy shit. Old news, old hat. It's unbelievable. We're slitting our own throats. The UK said the oil release, the largest in the 50-year history of 32 nation alliance, would account for around a third of its 1.2 billion barrel emergency stockpile. So, yeah, the UK is having to dip into its reserves just to keep the UK going.
Yes, because the war in Iran, oil prices have rise and added, and I will say this slowly for everyone to get. It has added 64,000 to UK households' fuel bills. 64,000.
White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt President Donald Trump posted on social media that the United States has destroyed 10 inactive mine-laying vessels on the Strait of Hormuz, while the White House cleared up a claim by another administration official. It's like they can't even get their messaging straight. You know, it's like one department is contradicting the other. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said Tuesday that the U.S. Navy did not escort any oil tanker through the Strait of Hormuz after Energy Secretary Chris Wright claimed it did on social media. These morons they're not even on message because they don't even know what's going on. Everyone's just saying words just so people can so Trump supporters will think, oh, well, you know, they're on top of it. They're getting things done. Leavitt said President Donald Trump may consider using the U.S. Navy. Unbelievable. Earlier in the day, Wright posted that the U.S. Navy successfully escorted an oil tanker through the Strait of Hormuz to ensure oil remains flowing to global markets. Leavitt said, no, we haven't. The post was later taken down because what else would you do? The price of crude oil fell below 80 per barrel briefly following Wright's post. It climbed again after the post was deleted. Jesus fucking Christ. Everyone's breathing a sigh of relief. Oh, finally. And they're like, no, actually, he's full of shit. He literally pulled that straight out of his ass. To combat the impact the military conflict with Iran will have on the global oil market, the United States has discussed plans to escort oil tankers. It's like concepts of a plan. This is all we can do for you, folks. We have concepts of a plan. CNN weighs in. And I think it's just a repeat of what everybody else is saying. As U.S. President Donald Trump pressures American allies to contribute to naval forces to protect shipping traffic in the Strait of Hormuz, naval experts say such an endeavor presents a huge risk that, even if successful, might restore only about 10% of the pre-war traffic through the waterway. Even if all of NATO, imagine if all of the NATO countries said, we're with you, President Trump, we're coming to your aid, you're only going to get 10%, a return on investment in the military.
I have a little update on how much it costs to fill a 55-litre family car.
Go ahead.
So to fill a 55-litre family car in the UK for petrol, aka gas, would be $79. $79 to fill a 55-litre family car. And $88 to fill with diesel.
Yeah, 55 liters, that's about 14 gallons, U.S. gallons.
Yep.
Even if I did the math on this, so 14, hey, why not? We've got the time. So 14.5 gallons times, yeah, that's about 60. What did you say it was on your end?
79.
For us, it would be $63. Yeah. What do they predict it will be in the next coming months?
So they do think that it is rising. So
So sad.
it is. I don't think they have put out how much it'll be rising, but they have put a 30 £30 spend cap on gas. One car, well, one person only can buy £30 worth of gas at a time. They've put a spend limit on it, so people are not panic buying gas. So it does say that the pumps are at trouble. So they've put a £30 limit on what you can get.
Now, I guess the only way they could avoid this is to start building pipelines from the Persian Gulf to wherever the fuck. The problem is the Persian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, Gulf of Oman, Arabian Sea, and then wherever.
The thing is, and I don't think people have fully realized, with this going on in Iran, this is going to push people to be making deals with Putin for gas.
Yes. That was another sad thing. I'm just going to call this Hormuz. Yeah, that was another thing they reported on was, people are now considering going back to Russia and make deals with them.
And I wouldn't be surprised if this was Trump's plan in the first place.
Not Trump's.
Like he is friends with...
No, it's not Trump's. This is all Vladimir Putin. So here...
Putin pulls Trump's strings.
Yeah. As the Three Stooges would say, study this map closely. There's the Strait of Hormuz right there. Persian Gulf. It's got to go through the Gulf of Oman, then to the Arabian Sea, and then it goes from there to wherever. But the only way I could see it working is United Arab Emirates, Oman, Kuwait. They would have to start, instead of putting it on oil tankers, start piping it inland. The problem is, where do you go? To the north, you've got Syria, Jordan, Iraq, places that Israel is hitting. What are you going to do? Pipe it to Yemen? Pipe it to Saudi Arabia? Just pipe it inland to Saudi Arabia? I mean, that is an insane pipeline. And all it takes is for Iran to target them. Find out, oh, you're building pipelines? Or, okay, well, that's where we're going to start sending our drones. So there's really not a good alternative, is there? We fucked up big time. Big time. Yeah.
I just read the news.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you in a bit. Oh, Snoop Dogg wants to turn Swansea into Vegas, but some think he should leave us alone. So Snoop Dogg wants to come. So he wants to co-own Swansea Football Club.
Yeah, I think people are tired of Snoop Dogg. That's just embarrassing. That's sad.
He wants to turn Swansea into the Vegas of Wales. Oh my God. Do you know Swansea Council?
what the fuck is he doing in Wales? Where?
Oh my God, I'll send you this article. What a travesty.
Well, he's your problem now. You're going to have to take him.
Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. No.
Oh, man.
All right, he can come to Swansea on the provision that he switches places. He sort of resigns his citizenship for the US. I'll resign my citizenship for Wales, and we can do a swap. I'll come and be a US citizen, and he can come and be a citizen of Wales.
I apologize to your country in advance. That would be a net negative for your country. We'll take the trade, but it's going to hurt Wales. The audacity of this bitch to think he can just horn his way into the ball club.
Yes, something about giving the council an incentive of a 20 million. I sent you the article,
which I will read later. Oh man. All this bad news. I need some good news. Would you like some good news?
Yes.
Okay. Here is some good news.
Well, dogs used in animal testing safe tonight after animal advocates make illegal moves to rescue them. The group busting in the doors of a facility in Wisconsin with the help of an Ann Arbor man who was arrested during all of it. Fox News' Jessica Dupbank sat down with him and is here to explain what happened. Jess.
Yeah, hi, Roop. He tells me the animal activists had to act because no one else would. He's referring to the 2,000 beagles bred and sold for animal testing at a massive facility near Madison, Wisconsin. And this place apparently has a dark past of animal abuse.
They are just in there, just barking and crying and howling the whole time. From outside the building, it just sounds horrible.
Video inside a large Wisconsin breeding facility for beagles used in animal testing. About 2,000 animals kept there. The site of a huge takeover by animal rights activists last weekend.
We entered through a fence outside, and then we entered buildings and started taking dogs out.
Doug Moeller from Ann Arbor was there as they pried the doors open, breaking in to get 30 beagles out, while employees at so-called Ridgeland Farms taunted with baseball bats and their trucks. In minutes, sheriff's deputies showed up just outside Madison, Wisconsin, and started cuffing activists, including Doug here in his mugshot. Even a former Baywatch TV star was arrested out there.
It was, long, hard, physically exhausting, emotionally exhausting.
The facility is accused of horrible abuses, 311 counts to be exact, including not using anesthesia to perform painful medical procedures on the dogs. The facility forfeited their license to breed in July, but Doug says the animals need it out now.
Beagles are pretty docile animals by nature. That's why they use them for this sort of testing, because you can abuse a beagle and they'll just love you 5 minutes later.
24 beagles are with an undisclosed rescue. Police have the rest. It's unclear their fate.
The real point is that we need the public to put pressure on them to release the rest of the dogs.
So after all of this, that facility, Ridgeland Farms in Madison, Wisconsin, they did release a statement. They say they plan to seek charges against those some 10 dozen animal activists, and they plan to push that forward, maybe to set a precedent so that the laws aren't broken in the future. But I have a feeling a lot of folks are going to side with those animal activists, given sort of the tortures and abuses that have gone on at this place.
Yeah, I mean, that's just reprehensible. It's beyond, you can't even put your head around how you could do that. Testing on a dog, doing procedures without anesthesia.
Right.
Now, look, you got guys like him and others out there who obviously have a lot of courage to stand up for their convictions. But maybe a lot of other people say, hey, I want to help, but I don't know if I'd go that far.
Yeah,
what
because
can they do?
At the end of the day, you are breaking the law.
Yeah.
They were arrested. Our guy Doug from Ann Arbor, he's got a court date at the end of May. There are a lot of products that test on animals that we use in everyday life. It's going to take a pinching where those companies make money. So using products that aren't tested on animals, that's a big one. And it doesn't take much more than than a Google search to see who does and who doesn't.
You're going to find a lot of people from our area Google searching that
That's
here
right.
tonight, and for good reason. Jessica Dupnack for us live tonight. Thank you.
If those companies want to test products, they can test them on themselves. Leave the fucking animals alone.
Yeah, I mean, did you see how quick the police were to respond? I wish they would respond that fast to cases of rape or, I don't know, maybe white collar crime. You know, every single one of those dogs needs to be evacuated, and that place needs to be burned to the fucking ground.
Agreed. And any one of
With
those
the owners still in the
Yes.
buildings.
And anyone that directly or indirectly done any tests on those poor animals, I hate animal abusers. I honest to God really do hate animal abusers. I don't believe in God, but I honestly do hate animal abusers.
Understood.
They are the disgusting.
Yeah. Gross and ghastly.
Those activists should be given a medal for rescuing the dogs. The rest of those poor pups should be freed. They deserve to be treated as heroes, not to be vilified as villains. The people that are testing on those dogs are in the wrong, not the activists who rescued them. This is activism that I can get behind, that rescue animals that need to be rescued.
Yeah. But yeah, they got at least some of them out. That's so sad. Those poor beagles. Thousands of them.
No fur baby deserves to be treated like that. No fur baby whatsoever. Every fur baby deserves to be sort of loved, nurtured, cherished, and treated as part of the family.
Yep. Well, that's that. Don't worry, folks. The Navy's coming to save the day someday. I mean, we don't know when, but eventually they'll start escorting our tankers out of the Straits of Hormuz. And, yeah, everything will go back to normal.
Sorry.
We laugh to not cry.
What is normal?
I'm almost to the point where I don't think we deserve to go back to normal. Especially here in the States. But anyway, we want to thank you so much for tuning in and not tuning out. If you stuck with us all the way to the end, we salute your fortitude. And add another 30 to that, and you're right there. It's been an hour. But yeah, time flies. Time flies when you're having fun.
I know what it was. The gremlins come in and kidnapped me for 2 minutes when I went off camera, and then when I transported me back, they didn't put it back to the right time. So I'm now like 30 minutes in the past. I apologize. But time does fly when you're having fun.
Yes. So please consider supporting the show. We want to be a part of your independent media family, because let's face it, corporate media is not doing it. Corporate media is failing us miserably. And unfortunately, it's going to be us, the little guys, that are going to have to pick up the slack. But thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in and not tuning out, and we will see you next week.
Yes, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We thank you for your support. We love reading your comments, and we will follow you back on social media. And don't be upset with me if I don't answer private messages to people I don't know. It's not personal. I'm just kind of shy and don't like speaking to strangers in the inbox. I'm sorry, but I will more than willing answer you out in the public. Just please just don't come into my inbox unless I know you. Please.
And with that,
I appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
We say good day to you, sir.
Wake up, grab a brush and put a little makeup. Hide the scars to fade away. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to grab a brush and put a little makeup. You wanted to hide the scars to fade away the shaker. You wanted to. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? You wanted to. I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. In my self-righteous suicide, I cry when angels deserve to die. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Father, into your hands, why